Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to Frieren Beyond Journey's End, episode 21. Last time we got a bit of fighting, not quite as much as I would have liked though. So we had Fern's group fighting against Wurbel's group. Fern managed to overpower her opponent by just firing a large amount of lasers. She just kept firing and firing and firing, faster, like. And then we learned a bit more about Wirbel and some of the things he was forced to do in his past. So he will take lives if he has to, but he would rather avoid it if at all possible. So Wirbel seems like someone who kills for fun and doesn't like to get it done with too fast, because she went for the eyes instead of the neck. I didn't exactly get what he meant when he mentioned that part, but to me it seemed more like the neck was too easy for her and not so fun. She seems like someone who enjoys killing and tries to make it fun if she can, and is not someone who goes for the efficient kill, because to her that's boring. But then when Fern told him that she killed his teammate, he believed her, and since he doesn't have his whole party, he had no chance of passing the exam and backed out, saying that there was no point killing them anymore because it was unnecessary. But then he found his teammate was not dead, and at the last second, they actually did find a Stella, which means they'll be around for the second phase of the exam after all, unless they get ambushed afterward. But speaking of getting ambushed, Frieren's team had now been ambushed, and their Stella had been stolen away. So we learn a bit more about the privilege given to those who became first class mages. So the one who invented this system was an elf named Zerie, who it seems like Frieren may be familiar with. They described her as a living grimoire who knows a lot of spells, and that getting a favor from her is like having a wish granted. So he is after that privilege, the guy who's on Denkin's team. I don't remember his name. So now he's going to be fighting Lavina and Kana, and Denkin's going to be fighting Frieren, and he knows who Frieren is. He says everyone from his generation knows who Frieren is. So let's see how that fight turns out now. I hope we actually get the fight in this episode. Well, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode. Please leave a like on the video if you do. Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for more from me. Please guys, it helps out a lot. And so do the likes. Okay then, let's get started.
That so-called privilege is nonsense. The pursuit of magic stirs a far greater joy than any good fortune a spell could possibly bring. Plain and simple.
I see.
It feels as if the march of time has become a sprint. The apprentice I brought up on a whim has already found an apprentice of her own.
Oh, what?
If there is any spell you so desire, just name it and it is yours.
No, thanks. The pursuit of magic brings far greater joy than any spell ever could.
Oh.
Well, Fauna. Master. She will someday defeat the Demon King.
It didn't take long, just 1,000 years.
Good answer. Yours is the mindset all mages should have.
Ah. What's happening up there? Oh, that's her doing. Well, that's not slowing him down.
The defensive spell we used today was created to combat Zoltrak, and while it is excellent at defending against magic itself, its effectiveness against physical objects has hardly increased since its conception. Defensive magic will never succeed if it's over-engineered. If we seek perfection, technique grows too complex. This has a fatal effect on activation time. This explains the trend for modern attack spells to involve controlling matter over magic. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Controlling matter. Oh! Well, that's not good.
My strategy is to overwhelm opponents with high-volume physical attacks.
Oh, then that spell can't block against it. Oh. Oh, this should be. There we go.
At this rate, our battle will end when she exhausts my mana. This is a bit tough on my old bones. It's Thord Ghost!
Oh.
Stork!
Oh, fire tornado.
It seems that old man is not one to hold back.
Think the barrier will survive this?
Yes, of course. The great mage Zeria's construction is not a thing that needs...
Oh, it's her barrier. Not enough. With no gaps.
A counterattack? Impossible. My arrows of light were launched in a continuous barrage. There was no opening.
Haha! Bye bye. Always keep your opponents guessing. Make them drop their guard and take advantage of it.
I don't believe it. She was able to best me using only the most basic of combat spells. This felt no different from a training match between a master and their apprentice.
You kicked him.
Laufin,
Frieren.
you've been hiding nearby, haven't you? I need you to bring me the Stilla.
Ah.
I will kill Denkin.
Do not listen to her, Laufin. She doesn't intend to kill me. You can tell that much.
From this distance, I can retrieve him quickly and
No. Bad idea.
You are. It's a trap.
You leave me no choice. Please know this doesn't bring me any joy.
She's gonna do it in.
There.
Big mistake.
You fool.
You didn't have a second. Not even a second.
Knew she wouldn't kill me. If you had any experience, you would have trusted in that.
Why is someone like you so desperate to be a first-class mage anyway?
My homeland is located out in the depths of the northern plateau. With the increase in demon activity, only first-class mages can enter the area now. I want to visit a grave I haven't been to in a while.
Ah. So so it's the same as Frieren.
My party will be just fine. In fact, they will win.
Oh, you're sure about that?
I just finished analyzing the barrier.
I wasn't expecting Denkin to lose. Sorry, ladies.
Oh gosh. Okay, he's done playing around. Oh gosh. Get out of there.
You're done analyzing the barrier? What does that even mean?
Water.
Frieren, don't tell me you're planning to.
She's gonna destroy the barrier? No way. Frieren. Are you actually doing that?
Okay, now,
It will never fracture. That much I'm sure of. Not even if the world were turned upside down.
The world were turned upside down.
the never is here.
Oh! Oh, look at that. That's cool. Oh my gosh.
Zinza, I need you to tell me just who that elf is.
Her name is Frieren.
That's the name of the mage who traveled with the party of heroes.
Not only that, she was carrying a holy emblem with her.
The last great mage is before us.
Now you've done it, Frieren. You've reminded me why I will never retire. For in the world of magic, creation itself can be turned upside down.
I didn't take you for the type to break the games you cannot win.
Why did you destroy the barrier?
Largely because I felt sorry for Kana. Everyone should have access to their magic.
She's the young mage who manipulates water, yes?
Well, now she has all the water she can want.
No, this is not the time to assess the situation. I must finish them off immediately.
After all that talk, you gave us an opening. Your panic is disrupting your mana.
You've only bought yourselves time.
Oh!
Now it makes sense. I understand the reason high-volume physical attacks you mentioned being hard to defend against.
Lavina, don't let him escape. Rain Straw!
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's a lot of water.
This is exactly why I hate the water.
You already mentioned how that spell will be useless against physical objects. And now all three of you are washed up.
Sorry.
It was inevitable.
Frieren broke the barrier. Amazing.
There's enough mana here to hold back a dragon.
Let's get
Okay.
creative then. Fell the tree.
Oh, that's easier?
Are you aware of how deeply boring you are?
What do you mean?
I've only ever seen you cast the most basic of spells.
You should take your complaints to Mistress Frieren.
It's her fault we're soaking wet right now. Make sure that you give her an earful.
Trust me, I intend to. And I have cast interesting spells. She only limits my combat.
What other exciting stuff are you sitting on?
I have a spell that allows you to see through clothes. I am not going to cast it.
The corpse of their third member is just up the road. Even though there's no way for them to pass the exam, they're holding tight to their Stilla all the same.
So they might actually pass if they can take it. Probably just have her just take it and go. Denkin's slowly growing on me.
Approaching them head on won't work.
He knows that, don't worry, he knows that.
Use your head for a moment.
Okay, Denkin, let's see your plan.
We'll settle this with our fists!
That was your plan? That can't have been your plan. What happened? I kind of want to see it just go. Maybe that's what happened. Like they're trying to catch it and then suddenly, boom.
The first test is officially over. 6 parties and 18 individuals remain and will move to the next trial.
All right.
The second test will take place in 3 days. You will be informed of the details later.
I can stay up as late as I want, and Fern isn't around to get mad at me. I'm so happy that it's almost frightening.
Bless you, buddy. Sounds like you've been through it.
All right. And Stark's just having fun on his own. Though I think he might be missing Fern. Just a little bit. Okay, I'll say I'm satisfied after that episode. That episode made me happier. That's what I wanted to see last time. But I'm glad we got it over here. So now the first round of the first class mage exam is done. Frieren managed to beat Duncan pretty easily using only the most basic of combat spells. I think she somehow managed to make him let his guard down, and after a small surprise attack, she just got the better of him. Flamma's teachings really have been drilled into her. Run and hide, or take them by surprise. Safer and smarter. Made them drop their guard and then take advantage of it. That's what Frieren did to Denkin, and it worked wonders for her. And then she used the same strategy on the inexperienced Lofin. As soon as she used her fast movement spell, Frieren just got you. That was awesome. And then she just tied the both of them up. And then for the barrier, so we knew that Kana's magic involves water, but the rain couldn't get into the testing area because the barrier was there. A barrier crafted by the magic of Zeria herself. And we learned from this episode that Zeria was actually Flamma's master, the same Flamma that taught Frieren magic. So since she's also an elf, she's probably still alive. Actually, she still is alive. She seemed to have taken notice when Frieren broke the barrier that was created from one of her spells. I think from that alone she knew that it was Frieren. I like the way it showed all the different colors and then the barrier just shattered before them and the rain came in. Now the only problem is that they're all soaked and Fern's going to get Frieren and is talking to. And yeah, but thanks to that, Kana was able to get the upper hand. So apparently the barrier spell they use only works against magical attacks and not too much against physical objects like the earth or actual water. If it was earth or water that they conjured with magic, then maybe the barrier would work. But against actual earth or actual water, the barrier was pointless. And Richter couldn't do anything against the giant mass of water that Kana threw at him. She washed them all out. But it seemed like they did manage to get there still at the end though. Denkin somehow just decided to go for a fist fight. Not sure why he went for that. It was like it was certainly barbaric for someone like him, but oh well, it worked in the end, I guess. Still, that was a strategy. I thought he was gonna find a way to distract them while Laughlin used her fast movement spell. Oh well. So 16 passed the first test. So now we're gonna have a small break before the second exam starts. Stark's just happy in a bar with no Fern to tell him off and stuff like that. He is kind of unsettled by how happy he is to not have Fern there, but I'm sure he's still missing her. Oh well, I guess we're gonna have a small break until the next exam starts, so let's see how that turns out. Thank you for watching my reaction to this episode of Frieren, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.